So we got to go ahead and talk about this whole situation where a fire chief was put on leave, essentially, from what it looks like, and stripped of everything after he was cussing out a 10-year-old girl who was put in an ambulance.
Shut the f up. Deal with drugs. Shut your mouth.
Back on Monday, the North Babylon Fire Company released a statement on behalf of their chief, Peter Alt, following a now viral incident in which he was recorded cursing a 10-year-old girl on a stretcher in Long Island. In the statement, officials announced, quote, "The members has been relieved of all duties pending a full and thorough investigation, after which appropriate action will be taken. The fire company is currently reviewing all of its training, policies, and procedures to determine if further training is needed regarding responses to emergency calls. The fire company does not condone this behavior and finds it unacceptable." According to the girl's grandmother, she became emotionally overwhelmed after having her phone taken away in response. Her mother called the local police, whom the grandmother stated had always been kind in the past. In the video, all could be heard saying, "Shut the fuck up. It's like this with you every fucking week." It has been confirmed that Alt has been relieved of his duties at the same time. The investigation is ongoing, and town officials have indicated that they expect a full and transparent review of the incident. On one hand, I am happy he did get relieved of his duties, because you're not supposed to be talking to a 10-year-old like that. That's number one, especially to a kid that's not yours. And secondly, I don't think I've ever heard a case where one, a 10-year-old is allowed to have a cell phone, a real one, not a toy phone, not a dead one that's no longer in service that they can just play with as a toy. No, a 10-year-old has a cell phone. Y'all giving kids that's 10 years old cell phones now? What are we coming to? How can a emotionally unstable 10-year-old be that out of hand to where you have to call the police, the fire department, and an ambulance? That is bizarre. I ain't never heard a situation where because a cell phone got took, you got to call local emergency officials over that. You mean to tell me Mama Bear and the grandmother couldn't put this little girl in place? Where was the grandfather? Where was the father, more specifically? I'm pretty sure if he had been in that household, that would have never happened. But I feel like some of y'all parents are soft as tissue paper now. And I don't even have kids, but I don't think there's any justification to call local emergency officials because their 10-year-old daughter don't know how to handle not having a cell phone. And I understand parenting don't come with a how-to book, but some of y'all obviously were not fit to raise kids, or let alone have the backbone to discipline them, because why does it take this much to call law enforcement, to call emergency officials that could be out here, oh, I don't know, putting out fires or rescuing somebody who got shot? But no, they got to stop doing that just to help a girl who is emotionally unstable because her phone got took away at 10 years old. If you ask me, something like this happens again, I think that the parents ought to be looked at, and even the grandparents, because what are y'all doing? Why are y'all not like putting a belt to this kid's ass or doing something? Because see, back in my day, I didn't get a cell phone until I got my first job. Because when I was getting to that age where I was like 13, 14, wanting a cell phone, my folks knew a few things. One, that if I had a cell phone, they knew what I would have been trying to do in their house. And two, they knew that that phone bill would have been very, very costly. And around my neck of the woods, there's no local paperboy jobs where I could have went around town selling papers on a bike or fucking scooter, whatever the fuck. And also, do you have any idea what would have happened to me if I had acted like this to my mom, let alone my grandmother? There's an old saying, you gonna be beat till you can't walk. No emergency responders needed, okay? Just, you gonna be beat till you can't walk. Your hide will be tanned, as the grandparents used to say, or still say. I would be taken to the woodshed and remember that trip to the woodshed. At the end of the day, all in all, I may not got kids, but I can always tell who is unfit to raise them. With that being said, let me know what y'all think about this wild mess in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.